Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of Cove Club, the interview commentary sandwich that you all know and love today. I am the Lion Founder, and once again joining me from the cast of Veiled Garden for the fourth time. I know it's kind of shocking for you guys to hear from four actors on the same show, but it's not because everyone's a prima donna or diva or demands like their own trailer. It's because everyone is busy. Like my phone right now. Everyone give it up for Sibyl Verne. She is not only a voice actress for Veiled Garden, but she's a co-writer for an upcoming show. She's also one of the more elite people of the senior staff, and is one of my dearest sweet baby children. Sibyl, say hello to the people.
Aw, hello everybody.
So, let us dive in first. You guys are going to have, once again, right above on the backdrop, a video playing of one of the episodes where we're just going to be doing some commentary about Season 0. So, Sibyl, like how we did in the original commentary stuff before Cove Club became a thing, I'm allowing you, on behalf of the audience, to ask whatever you feel the audience would want to know. And I, as the creator, obviously since I know all the things, will specify whatever it is that you feel like I should answer.
Oh, I guess, oh boy, there's so many things to ask. Where do I start? How about, well, are these questions about, just the show in general, or, the writing process, or, how to narrow?
You basically can ask anything about the show itself, about the characters, or about how the plot became what it was. You can't really ask about how the characters were made, because I already did that in a number 2 with Kat, because she had to find out that they're my oldest OCs, how they came into existence, and the backstory that led into what Season 0 is. I'm not redoing that a second time.
Rats. No, just kidding. That actually wasn't what I was going to ask. So I guess for me, one of the most interesting things, since, as you mentioned, I'm co-writing one of the other shows, is kind of how you get the ideas for just the storyline and kind of where those came from and what inspired everything.
So, I can't speak for every founder because everyone is different. Panda, she likes to focus more on stuff that's grounded, but also close to her appeal, which is stuff you're gonna find out in the future. Wolf, she likes stuff to be off the wall crazy, but in her own spin that is related to her passions of the supernatural. And Otter, I'm not gonna talk about because that is not safe for work, and y'all are some innocent little children. I'm not gonna subject y'all to that 18 plus stuff, okay?
Yeah, I would second that motion.
For me, though, it's a little different since every day since I turned at least 14, when I was bored in between writing books that are for ladies that were waiting for their spouses to come home, is the cleanest way I can say that one, and screenplays. I would be coming home to my apartment, not to my house. People wouldn't know I was at my house until they were just like, how was school? It's like, school what? Oh, right, school. During those times, I would be in my apartment, putting on the TV, watching at least 2 to 3 different programs, and then afterwards I'd be rolling to my computer, just typing up random stuff like, how do volcanoes work? Also the myths behind how certain volcanoes came into being. And during that time, the osmosis effect kicks in when I'm slumbering, to where I go into a REM-like dream state where everything becomes a huge vault of a maze. Every door opens up to every single thing where, on record, I have said this to multiple people, I can create up to 2.7 million storylines for 7.6 billion shows in just not even a full year, 4 months. I could create that many series and that many storylines just from mere osmosis of one day. So from that point, it then becomes a process of elimination about which storyline best fits what I'm trying to look for what OCs, what categories of a storyline, how to go about said events, how to do this, that, and the third thing, and how to execute in a way that can make sense within the budget standpoint, but also keep in mind how I want to escalate that when the budget exceeds where it is for just the first season. Hence why production for now is just me just softballing stuff. Even if it is my A tier, you're getting it in a softball quality.
That makes sense. Okay, kind of in a completely different direction, but I know at least for me when I'm writing, certain characters are much easier for me to write than other ones because, well, certain ones are closer to either my personality or something that's easy for me to like mimic or create because it's something that I've experienced. So are there certain characters that you find easier to write than others, or certain characters that you find more difficult to write? And if so, what are they?
I can't write people that have never experienced tragedy well.
I mean, valid.
Like, every time I'm trying to sit down and be like, okay, how do I write a character that has oftentimes just lived a normal life and then just gets thrown into something, and then I'm lost about how to do it, because my whole life has been, since the moment I came out, nothing but misery. People want to sugarcoat just like, oh, you had a nice childhood, you were raised by nice people. And I'm like, that is a fucking lie. I will never admit that, because that is some bullshit. Every single moment of that fucking thing has been a nightmare. And from there, I can write about a lot of stuff since I've had a lot of friends in the spectrum, and I was partially in the spectrum, so I have a semblance about how to write gay characters without them being stereotypical. I am a minority, so writing about minorities is easy. I've been known to do stuff that's for Daredevil's sakes, and to be the guy that learned from his mistakes, but is also not above just cutting people down because they deserve it. All of those traits are easiest. It's just having a silver spoon in your mouth, never had any issues, never had to grind. That's the hardest thing for me to write, because it always comes out that whole hokey Carlton Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, or the kids from Home Improvement with Tim Allen. All that BS. I can't fucking do it. I can't do that whole hoity-toity life is so good because I don't know what suffering is. It's hard, Sibyl. It's very hard.
Well, I mean, all of us have to work on something, Vince. So, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so specifically about Veiled Gardens. Was there like one character that came to you like before the others, or like one character that's kind of like the pin in the center that you would say?
For me, my all-time favorite was already admitted in episode 1 of season 0. I've always loved writing Maria when I was younger, because I kind of saw her as like the best friend I could have had since, well, Sibyl already knows my upbringing. It wasn't that pleasant. So escaping into my writing was one of the best things. And Maria was just like that one OC where I felt like a huge connection with her to talk as a best friend. And even writing about how she died made me actually cry for like 4 days. Everyone was just like, why are you so sad, man? Why are you crying? Are you mad that the Terminator died in Terminator 3? Nah, son, fuck you.
Oh.
You wouldn't understand. Like, I love all the characters equally, but Maria was just the first from Mama Ocean that I've attached to the most. And it's why she holds such a huge place in my heart as not only just an OC, but a creation that's more than a child, but my best friend. And
that's really sweet.
Yeah, because I think now the other characters in my head are just like, what the fuck, Dad? You made us! It's like, yes, I know, but you're after.
It's okay. They'll have to forgive you.
I mean, they have to. They know they can die if they just keep rebelling.
Shh. We don't want to think about that. Happy thoughts, happy
Oh,
thoughts.
I am. I just know how my creations work. Just like, oh yeah, Dad. Well, I don't feel so good.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? Um, I guess one thing that always, like, I know for me, like, is kind of, as bad as it is to say, like, not the first thing I think about when I'm writing, relationships. How do you decide which characters end up in relationships?
Honestly, the only one I ever thought of from start to finish was Iris, because I remember it very specifically when I was doing the original stuff for the OC storylines, where I might make a novelization or I might do like a behind the timeline sort of stuff with you guys about how that happened. But the moment she came out to her family when they were just in the middle of tracking down Maria's killer, like in the city of, I think they were in Barcelona at the time, because they were like, he's there for spring break and he's trying to hook up with these people that he roofied because he's a douchebag. And during that whole time, Annette and Calypso are trying to set up Iris, but she's at the same time like, I'm not really that interested, blah, blah, blah. And that just kind of blows up when they're just on the balcony, like several blocks away from the guy. They're about to have like Annette snipe him to death. They're just like, why don't you like any of the guys we picked out? And then she just explodes out screaming, because I'm gay! And then everyone within a 7-block radius just all of a sudden heard that shit. Annette was just spotted with the sniper rifle, and they were just like, oh, fucking hell. And the guy was running. So,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
so from just having that explosion, though, is why I was always able to map out Iris's thing, because she's a proud lesbian character, but she's also one that's like, guys, I'm about my family. I'm not about to be the stereotype that you see on TVs, but I will wear jeans and flannels because they're comfortable, not because I'm a lumberjack or whatever stereotype you're saying. These are comfy. I don't feel comfortable in dresses. I'm very body conscious, okay? And then she'll go out, and then that's how she met her, as you guys saw in the snippet coming up soon, well, already released, I should say, at the time of this recording, is her now wife of Nona, who I couldn't figure out a name for years. She was just the girlfriend for like many years since I was playing that goddamn game of a 999 from the Nonary game, where Nona, if you guys do not know, is the name equivalent of saying the number 9.
I don't think you've ever told me that before.
Yeah, I don't really like saying that because the number 9 gives me like an anger spasm because I fucking hate that number so much.
Why do you even hate the number 9? The number 9 is a great number. It has a lot of good symbolism behind it.
It's so disgusting looking. It's like having that one person with a spinal problem just like, oh god, I can't move my arms and legs. I'm paralyzed. Oh god, my neck is now broke. I feel disgusted when I look at the number 9.
Oh my word.
Like, Panda and I have a shared hatred of the number 9, and I will stand by it. It's a disgusting number.
I mean, it's definitely not my favorite number, but I don't know. I mean, there are definitely weirder and worse numbers, but I don't think I have like a number that I just hate when I look at it.
You lucky, sweet summer child, you.
I've never thought about that before.
You lucky, sweet summer child, you.
I mean, I suppose.
You lucky, sweet summer child, you. Anyway, before I'm just stuck in a loop. Any more questions, Sibyl, that you think the audience would want to know?
I guess, are there any other tidbits or things that you want to maybe tease them with that they can expect about the upcoming season?
Well, one, I gotta make a clarification that I instantly did in the first Cove Club that was corrected in the second one, which is the living situation for all the sisters, where one, Annette will not be Gretchen's roommate. Annette will honestly be Calypso's. Gretchen lives alone. Iris lives with her now wife as soon as season 1 starts. Maria, as a ghost, she has no home. Faith has her own home. And Robin is at home with Mama Ocean, Barry, and as I already spoiled in the second and third Cove Clubs, is pregnant, so it's gonna be Mama Ocean, Barry, Robin, and the new baby that will be born by the end of season 1. But only I know what the baby is.
Oh boy, that's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun having a bunch of people being like, oh god, mom's gonna kick us back into the womb to then just rip us out. It's like, how did you come up with that analogy? Listen, man, if she can make a planet out of just the Straits of Gibraltar with her mere feet, she can do whatever the fuck she wants. I'm terrified. And there's me in the corner just like, I ain't scared.
Yeah, well, you're in control of all of this.
Like hell I am.
Shh, at least give them the illusion of it.
If you say so, but I'm just like, at this point, they live their own lives. They don't even look at me no more. It's just like, oh, hey, old man. Hey, Mr. Empty Promises. I'm just over here like, I know how this goes. I see how it is. But now, everyone, like we've done in previous installments, it's now time for the table flip. And now, it is time for me to do the whole interview segment of the commentary interview thing with the Sibyl. Wow. Shocking emoji faces. The dun 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 dog meme. Whoa. This is how you guys know I'm okay-ish, but I'm also having like a heat attack because at the time of this recording, summer's hitting, so heat's just making me go a little bit stir-crazy. Just a little bit.
Just a teeny tiny bit.
Anyway, though, Sibyl. Little sweet baby summer child. From all of these certain roles and whatnot, I gotta just say this for the people at home listening, because I know, because we've talked about this nonstop. How would you describe a majority of the roles that you get to play on a regular basis?
Slip of the gaze.
That's it.
Yeah, they're like chaotic gays. Chaotic baby gays that are coming into themselves. I mean, like, they're messes and I love them all. But yeah. I don't know, how do you want me to describe them? They're like...
I don't know, that's the first time people are just like, so like, to the point, like not even trying to be eloquent and artsy, just like to the point. Chaotic gays.
Well, what do you want me to do?
I
mean,
this is the first time people were ever just like blunt to the point with me on this. I'm just like, alright. Usually they just like, because of artistic and very poetic reason, like what Kat did or what Aura did, you're just like to the point, chaotic gays. It's new.
Literally. But all of them are. They're all chaotic gays.
Well, on that note, let's just focus on the current chaotic gay, which is of Iris. How do you feel about voicing, if not one of the oldest OCs I've ever made, but my first ever LGBTQA+ OC?
I mean, it's a lot of fun. Honestly, she's a sweet bean. but like she's coming into herself. She's learning like she needs to stand up for herself, and she can do it because she's a strong, independent woman, and she can do it. And also, her relationship is really sweet and adorable, and I love them. I don't know. She's a lot of fun to voice act.
She's off on the goddamn. That's cold. Why is she off to the
What?
Why is she off to the wayside, Sibyl? That's cold.
Why is who off on the wayside?
Like you said, she's off to the wayside. I'm like, damn, that is.
No, she's not. That's not what I said.
Then could you clarify? Because I clearly misheard.
Oh. Well, now I forgot what I did say. I have a very bad memory.
And I have a terrible right ear that can barely hear anything. So I was like, off to the what the what?
No, I think I said she's an awfully fun character to voice act. But you could have been referring to something else I said? I don't know.
I don't even know anymore. I should probably get like a cochlear earpiece or some shit. But anyway. Now, for all the stuff that I've already specified, like how Iris is the only human in the family because her dad was the mailman of Gary, which is hilarious for me, just like Mama Ocean went from sleeping with Gary to marrying a guy named Barry, and no one ever got that joke until now, including me. But how do you feel about basically playing a character that's the only, like, daughter that's a human in a family of superhuman beings, if not supernatural beings?
Honestly, I feel like her superpower's the one that just has the common sense. Like, she's the one in the D&D party that's just like, guys, stop doing dumb stuff. Just don't. Let's sit down and think about this for like a hot second. Think about the implications. Like, she might not have a power, but like without them, or like without her, all the rest of them would probably have died by now.
I cannot confirm nor deny this.
Because, like, she's just their common sense filter.
I honestly cannot confirm nor deny this, so I'm just gonna have more of my vegetarian miso soup.
Yeah, you're welcome. That is the end of my character analysis.
So,
thank you for all coming to my TED Talk.
I mean, that TED Talk was glorious, so I'm just like, okay. So, on the matter at hand, though, you definitely do play a lot of chaotic gaze from me. It's not even a surprise, because, spoiler alert, guys, Sibyl in real life is a honest to goodness 100% lesbian. I did not.
Surprise!
I did not do this to be queer representative of anything. I'm just like, Sibyl, you want to play this lady that just happens to be gay? She's like, and then it goes from there. Like just a sharp gasp, and then just like, when do I start?
Basically.
So on that whole market, we can't really say names because certain characters won't be coming out until later on in the summer, like in July and whatnot. Could you at least like give a hint to like some of the favorite characters that you've played that are coming out this year for the people?
Ooh, let's see. One of my favorite is probably the character I was hired on to voice act for. The best way I can describe her is like so optimistic that like it makes your teeth hurt. She's so sugary sweet. Like it probably will actually scare some people because it's like if you just dumped a pile of sugar onto someone, you could drown them in it. But she's so much fun. And then there's another character that's so sweet, but like she's really timid, and like her relationship, because well, the first time you see her, she'll be with her partner, and their relationship is adorable and sweet and so loving, and I don't know, it's just great to like see a relationship that isn't like portrayed as like having a whole bunch of turbulence in it for once, because like as bad as it is to say, a lot of LGBTQ relationships, like as soon as the characters are in the relationship, what's portrayed on screen is a lot of just turbulence in the relationship. And so I don't know, it's been really fun to voice act a relationship that's going steady, and to just see like how much the two characters actually care about each other, and to see that, I don't know, it's a lot of fun. So those are probably two of my favorites.
Okay. Although,
hopefully I didn't say anything too spooky.
Oh no, it's just the first
spoilery.
one. That role that you were hired on for, you know that's not coming out until next year because of how huge that is, right?
I'm sorry.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm just saying it's so huge. I've said this in multiple Cove Clubs. A series that has episodes that are like an hour and a half long, even for audio drama sakes, that's gonna take me until 2021 to get ready for it next summer. I don't have time to release it on this year basis. It's impossible. I'm sorry, guys.
Valid.
I mean, unless you guys were to go to the Patreon in the description below so we can hire on some extra editors, get these people like big fat paychecks so they don't have to go to a 9-to-5 job, and we can secure a lot more people like extra VAs. I'm just saying. Anyway, food for thought for later. Let's get into this one thing that I've already discussed publicly with other people, which is the fact that Sibyl is going to be the lead role with other people for not only one show or two shows, but three of them. One of them I've already discussed publicly with Kat, which is a story with Kid 13, and her being one of the embodiments of the 4 alchemic elements, according to the English, Nordic, and the Gaelic. I don't know, I think it's not Gaelic, but the Goths before they became whatever it is that they have a poor excuse of being called. So, without saying too much, how excited are you for that role to be? Actually, people already have seen/heard her. How do you think you're gonna feel when you get to play as Undyne again?
Oh, she's fun. She's so sassy. It's exciting to play her, and it's going to be fun to get a lot more lines for her, just because, like, I don't even know how to describe playing her, but it's just like you just get to channel, like, all of your inner sass into one character. I don't really have another character that's quite as sassy as... Okay, I do have one character that's also kind of sassy, but not quite the same level, at least not in the same way, I'll say, as Undyne. And so that's quite fun. And I'm excited for, like, all of the fantasy elements that are going to go into it, and for just, like, the different world that we're going to get to explore, and I don't know, it's just going to be so much fun.
Well, I hope you're going to enjoy that, because, like I said with Kat, it's going to potentially be an 8-season show, if I can remember how to do all 8 seasons in my head. If not, we'll probably cut it to be a little bit smaller. But yeah, that's gonna be a big show. That's not gonna be released until 2022. Okay, guys? If not 2022, 2023. Those 2-year differences, it's gonna take a while, because again, the hour/hour-and-a-half series is almost ready. We have one more script to go, and we can start editing. Okay.
Deep breaths.
I'm,
Inner peace.
I'm just so tired, Sibyl. I'm so tired.
I know. I'd give you a head pat, but
I can feel it. It's fine. I'm just.
okay.
It's so
Okay.
much work.
And it'll be worth it. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Whew.
Just deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Okay. So, from all that sort of stuff, Sibyl, I will only ask this one small thing and one small thing alone, and that is, for the entirety that is 2020 specifically, for all of the roles that you know that you're going to be in, which one do you think is going to be the definitive one that you'll say you're the most proud of for being? Like, the one role that you've seen that has been released and you know will be released that you're just like, that was the one role I was excited for the most this year. You don't have to say names, just you can describe the character if you want. But which character would you be like, I was so proud to be this role. I'm gonna get myself a cupcake as a celebration.
Probably Iris, actually. Just because, I don't know, it means a lot to me to like get to play other queer characters. And like especially one that's like so open and honest about both herself and her relationship and her partner. So yeah, I don't know. It's exciting.
That I can respect, because I was like, did not see that come on. Did not see that come on, because you get to play a lot of stuff, not only this year, but next year, and oh Lord, so many things.
Yeah, I have a lot of voices.
Oh, God. Well, you guys have heard all this stuff from the lovely voice of Iris Ocean, and yes, they all have the last name Ocean except for Robin, because shut up. And we hope you guys are looking forward to season 1, where you guys have seen the snippet from Iris's perspective, but make no mistake, the pilot for season 1 will not be kicking off at the wedding. That was just to show the perspective of Iris's happiest day on Earth being ruined by her sisters. Again.
She just can't cut a break, can she?
It's like she got her best dress tailor-made by Vivienne Westwood. Got in the nicest non-religious chapel in the world. They only had a priest because it was like, fuck it, we gotta do something just to appease the people that are just like, maybe it's a phase. And we already booked an entire honeymoon to all around the world in literally 30 days, so why even bother? And then it's just like, oh, it's a bombing, and then it's a voodoo priestess witch just bursting in, causing a okay. This is fine. This is totally fine. Totally fine. Damages where I gotta pay for. Okay, how much is that? $436,000. Okay. Hospital cost. Oh, how many people got it? 30. So I gotta pay $730,000. But I guess I gotta cancel my honeymoon now. Thanks, sis. Thanks, sis. And thanks, sis. I wish I was lying about those numbers, but literally Iris will have to pay $1.2 million for what happens at her wedding.
And I didn't even think to make it part of the wedding gift.
Well, at the same time having to deal with Mama Ocean's pregnancy cravings, so expect a lot of scared people, a lot of action. A little bit more romancity romance with some nice married couple stuff. I mean, for me, I've never had a healthy marriage, but it's nice to write about it. self-deprecation aside, because fuck both my ex-wives. We will see you guys in our next upcoming releases. I've been the Lion Founder, and joining me for this Cove Club has been
Sibyl.
and we will see you guys in all of our upcoming releases from Riders Cove Studios, a brand new wave of entertainment. Have a good one, have a good day, night, or evening, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.